Ini mungkin terlihat aneh, karena hampir jarang terjadi. Seorang Yahudi melakukan ibadahnya di sebuah masjid saat umat muslim baru saja selesai menunaikan ibadah sholat Jum'at di masjid tersebut. Namun, ketahuilah, ternyata hal itu memang malah dianjurkan. Dalam kepercayaan Yahudi, telah dikatakan bahwa jika seorang Yahudi harus beribadah, maka pergilah ke sebuah masjid untuk beribadah. Mengapa bisa demikian? Dan bagaimana umat muslim memandangnya saat seorang Yahudi masuk ke dalam masjid untuk menumpang beribadah secara Yahudi di masjid tersebut? Simaklah selengkapnya sesaat lagi, hanya di K-Channel. Apa yang sebenarnya tengah terjadi di dunia ini? Inilah K-Info Dunia dalam membuka jendela dunia dari berbagai sumber selengkapnya.
Shalom. Shalom. How are you, my brother?
Good.
We're good. How are you? Alhamdulillah. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome to the Islamic Center.
Thank you.
Okay, if I pray in here?
Is it okay if you pray?
If I pray in here?
Of course.
Of course.
It's the house of worship, no matter what.
Thank you.
God bless.
My dear brothers and sisters, the Muslim concept of Allah is exactly the same as the Jewish concept of Hashem. Therefore, no matter what you hear, you know, some people like to claim that God, Allah is the moon god or whatever you hear, this is all nonsense. The important part is, what is Allah today? What does the word Allah mean today to Muslims? Is exactly the same what Hashem means to the Jews. That's really, there's no argument there. Our only argument between Jews and Muslims are whether Muhammad was a prophet or not. That's really the only argument, but the concept of God is, you know, really exactly the same. Even if some Jews tell you that, oh, we don't believe in the same God as the Muslims do, they're only saying this because of political reasons. Since Jews and Muslims are at war in Israel, so some Jews may be prone to say, oh, therefore anything Muslims do, it's wrong. You know, they will believe in a different God, they do this, but this is all nonsense. In fact, Rabbi Moshe ben Maimon, who was probably the biggest scholar that ever lived. He lived about 1,000 years ago. He was really critical of those who are, you know, spreading lies just because of a political reason. He says the Muslim concept of God is exactly the same, and not only that, he says if a Jew needs to pray, he is allowed to go to a mosque and pray. If a Jew needs to pray, he is allowed to go to a mosque and pray together with the Muslims, because the Muslim concept of God is exactly the same as the Jewish concept of God. There's no argument there. Word Allah means to Muslims today. It doesn't matter what it meant before Islam. To make sure everybody really understands that, yes, the Allah is really the same God of the Torah. We believe in the same God. In fact, as a Jew, I can freely say this, and without even any hesitations, I can use the Arabic phrase, Allahu Akbar. This Allahu Akbar, I can say this all I want. And even the part of the Shahada that the Muslims say, Lo ilaha illa Allah, I can also freely say this, and I don't feel any, you know, remorse about saying this. Lo ilaha illa Allah, because their concept of God is exactly the same as the Jewish concept of God.
Namun sebelum lanjut, ada baiknya untuk mengklik terlebih dahulu tombol like, share dan subscribe, serta tombol notifikasinya agar tak ketinggalan update K-Info Dunia selanjutnya.
Please go ahead and pray. Thank you. Thank you. Nice to meet you. How are you doing? Nice to meet you. You okay if I pray next to you?
Fine.
You don't mind?
No.
Does it make you uncomfortable? You sure?
Not at all.
Alright. This is the house of God.
Yeah.
Levi. Levi? Osama. Pleasure to meet you. I'm the manager here. Yeah, we're all praying to the same God.
Yes.
We're all praying to peace, so we can all pray together.
Yes.
No problem.
Is not the enemy of the Muslims.
I love Christians, I love Jews, I love Muslims.
Right.
That's what our faith teaches us.
We also acknowledge that the Torah was given by the same God. We acknowledge that. Second chapter in the book says we have to believe in the previous revelations also.
Things that are happening politically around the world are attached to our faith. All the time. You open our Quran, you're going to see the same stories in the Quran that are in the Torah or in the Bible, in the New Testament and the Old Testament.
Conflict between people that are happening is not coming from the original instructions in the book. They're coming from politics, geography.
Terrorism is actually a political issue, keeps being tied to religion.
So why do we fight?
I'm not politics.
So you as a person, as a Muslim, when you see a Jew in the street, what do you feel?
He's my friend.
It's like a human being.
He's a human being.
Just like I'm feeling with you right now.
So how can you stop this whole war between Jewish people and Muslims?
Breaking the status quo exactly as how you did when you came into this masjid.
And prayed.
Bagaimana menurut pendapat Sobat Kei semua? Silahkan berbagi pendapatnya di kolom komentar. Dan jangan lupa untuk tetap mengikuti Kei Meinfo Dunia dalam berita yang berbeda selanjutnya.